at the last home game. Only 14 players in their last season. A team that has as many players coming back next year as any team in the country.
Michigan State won the toss. They deferred. Canary Wiltshire takes it out across the 20, slips a tackle and is pushed out. As the Illini begin on play action, and Altmaier rolls out, hits his tight end, and Tanner Arkin underneath. Second down and 9 here. And a handoff on second down that won't get very much. Lawfrey. Injuries have really piled up, especially in the defensive backfield. On third down, Altmaier to pass. Scan, pumping, throwing, nearly picked. Perhaps should have been.
But a great job, the Michigan State defense keeping the eyes on Altmaier.
Rhythm has been an issue for the Illinois offense as they'll punt it away here with Hugh Robertson. Fielded at the 27 by Montori Foster.
About how Brett Bielema likes to schedule that second bye week.
Play action, first down. It's going to be a run for Childs. And this ball came out at the end of the play. It's a live ball picked up by the Illini. Matthew Bailey, the scoop and score.
I think the button may be down. We're going to take a look at the replay here and see if that ball came loose. It's going to be close. They'll take a look at it, but you don't see Giles hanging around there.
James Kreutz knocked it out at the end. Let's take a look.
So that butt gets down, ball still in, ball still in. I think from the other angle, yeah, he's down.
After review, the runner was down with control of the ball. It's Michigan State ball, second down.
Take a shot downfield.
They're just going to try to get the first down here, and it looks like they do with K'Ron Lynch-Adams. Rolling out, it's Childs, and this ball fall incomplete.
Losing Dylan Rosiak at linebacker, what that has done.
That was a big, big loss last game for Illinois.
Aaron Henry said they'd like to use him in pass rush situations when they go to their nickel type looks.
Here comes a four-man rush, and they get to the quarterback. Hank Beatty, the deep man for Illinois, as Ryan Eckley will punt this away. From the 15, Beatty slips a tackle across the 25. Back on the field, just 1 yard, a 3 and out for the Illini, their first series. Quick pass from Luke Altmaier. And it looks like they're going to get close to the marker here.
Type opportunities from the defense, throw right into the blitz.
It'll be a free play here. Altmaier, a pass behind the intended target, but there'll be an offside against the defense. On first down, Altmaier with time to pass, taking a shot downfield, got his man! Pat Bryant to the house!
He saw the look that he wanted. He knew Pat Bryant was going to be matched up against Angelo Gross. That's something Barry Lunny said. The development of Luke Altmaier, seeing what he really likes because of that heavy run action look, and they took advantage of it.
After a first series that netted them just 1 yard, ended in a sack.
So some problems on that offensive line.
Handoff on first down. Carter can't get to the outside. Ripped down for a loss by Ryan Mead.
From that puller, you want your back to go up inside, but a nice job by Mead keeping that outside arm free.
Childs on second down, hits Carter.
Worst case type scenario for Michigan State offense because of those problems that they've had on that offensive line.
Childs to pass, running out of time, steps up in the pocket and takes off. It's a first down and more for Childs across the 45. First down approaching midfield for Childs. Rolls to his right, takes a deep shot. He's got Isaiah Johnson. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And allows Johnson to get behind him.
The time of year where you get opportunities from injuries. The extra point, no good.
And that's just what happens back in the secondary. And you know, Aaron Henry has talked about how these guys have communicated well all year.
Yeah, that's been an issue since that injury. Lil Valentine checks in the backfield for Illinois. Valentine will get the call, the true freshman, all the way to the other side.
Go motion this way.
Yeah.
Empty the other way.
Not the short side, the wide side. Here's Pat Bryant.
Oh.
And Bryant nearly got away.
On that one, on that screen, he was upset.
Going quickly here. And Altmaier to pass on third down, pumps, flinches, rolls, and takes off for a first down. Out across the 40-yard line. Extra lineman, the tight end. Arkin, as Valentine gets another carry, slips a tackle.
Offense, we talked about how few seniors were senior day. Third youngest roster in FBS.
Altmaier, his pass is intercepted.
The ruling on the field is an interception by Michigan State, who is down with possession.
No.
It's 1st and 10.
Averaging just 1.7 per game. About a three-man rush there, and a quick slant complete to Franklin, who nearly got away for more.
Quick movement on the outside. Those stutter steps. Nice route.
Quick restart. And a tight end screen to Tanner Arkin. Colin Dixon in motion, and a flag for a false start. Play fake to Valentine as Altmaier rolls and throws, and Arkin is out of bounds, or as he tries to reel it in, it's actually as Altmaier resets things. Empty backfield and another false start, it appears. In the wrong direction here, all the way back to their own 40. 3rd down and 15. Altmaier to pass, got his man, and they get the first down after all of that. Alexander Kapka-Jones. Altmaier already up over 100 passing yards today. First down after a couple of penalties for Illinois. Valentine having to navigate tight quarters. Was their leading rusher through the first 5 weeks of the season. Unavailable since shut down for the year with hip surgery. Underneath. Handoff for Valentine. He's got it. There's McCray again. Searching for the edge. Stiff arm inside the 5. Reaching for the pylon. Touchdown, Illinois. After a breakout freshman season all the way back in 2021. McCray.
Sorry, I'm making a reference to a movie when you were like 6 or 7.
I at least understand. I just like remember it vividly. This will be fair caught.
Control, catches the ball great, cleanly with his hands.
Childs to pass, a dangerous one intended for Marsh.
This job, the talent right here in Michigan, or the talent in Michigan.
Yeah, in the state. They've had some tumultuous off-field stuff with this program that they need to flush out as well. It's a bit of a fresh start in a lot of ways for Michigan State football. Play action, Childs. It's a first down with Jerron Glover. By the way, who would have predicted UCLA would have a better conference record?
Forget about predicting teams from year to year. There's too much turnover.
And then a salary cap, which is a whole other weird thing to be talking about. K'Ron Lynch-Adams with a hurdle across midfield. Tell you what, though, Illinois, the little break between quarters, though. Couple of stops here to set up a 3rd down and long. No gain on that play for Michigan State.
And there you go, that wholesale change that they like on 3rd down. They bring in a fresh new package. And talk about Kanena Odaluga, number 39, normally plays a linebacker spot. And here you can see him lined up. They line him up on the interior like a 3 technique, a rush from the inside.
Illinois showing blitz here. It'll be a 4-man rush instead. Childs unable to get an option downfield. He tried to complete to the flat to K'Ron.
Sometimes you get a little bit tough when those open field tackles did a nice job breaking down.
Missed most of last year with injury after a brilliant freshman season. Get the punt away with Ryan Eckley, and great kick coverage downfield, but we're gonna have a flag here. 2 of them come in as Hank Beatty makes the reception. Avion Gross.
Eckley had the punt blocked a week ago, and then on the high snap.
Interference with the opportunity to catch a kick. Kicking team number 30.
Handoff on 1st down. And this will be a nice run for Aiden Lawfrey, redshirt sophomore. 5 carries, 2 receptions last game against Minnesota, but they want to feed him a little bit more today.
Boy, just nobody home on the backside of the defense. You can see Cal Halliday coming up the field from that linebacker spot. And it's just getting the fit wrong. Losing contain.
Play action. Altmaier down the seam, into coverage, incomplete. Tracking it the whole way, Nakai Martinez, and nearly had a play on it.
Boy, he nearly had a play on Pat Bryant's rib cage. You see Pat Bryant, he pulls those arms down late. He knows that thing's coming. And you called it, partner, Martinez, and that's because Altmaier just hung that thing up just a little bit too much. You can see Pat Bryant smiling on the sideline. Yep, still got them ribs.
Second down, Altmaier to pass to the near side, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Hank Beatty. And it's third down.
Well, this is the art of play calling sometimes, right? This is something Barry Lunny talks about. When teams get off schedule, you kind of get away from your run, and now you put yourself in a position. You got a 3rd and 10. Remember, Michigan State, still no sacks. This would be 6 games in a row without a sack. Ideal situation here, obvious passing down.
Bring 5, Altmaier scrambling, throwing. He throws it away. And Michigan State's defense with a 3 and out. Even after Illinois had the short field, they can't do anything with it. They'll have to punt.
Yeah, Joe Rossi, the defensive coordinator, dials up a little corner blitz on that one, trying to bring pressure from different areas. Again, we talked about no sacks over the last 5 games. Illinois did a nice job picking that up. Angelo Gross, playing from that safety spot, did a nice job shadowing Altmaier and forcing an errant throw.
Just a beg your pardon. Run on first down to begin the sequence. Fair catch inside the 10. Down the Ducks over a multiple year span. And that Oregon State program, by the time Jonathan Smith left it, it was a slow build, but year after year, they got better. They recruited guys very specifically tailored to that program, and they became right there with Oregon.
Yeah, and much tougher to do it at Corvallis than it's going to be to do in East Lansing. I mean, you've got a tradition with the program. Obviously, Mark D'Antonio did a great job, and, they've risen up. At times in the history of the program and challenged Big Brother, as Mike Hart liked to say, little brother comment. Right. So but I think that he has the right mindset coming in, but a good talent base to recruit from.
Childs running out of time. He's brought down. Childs, pass play, got it. Isaiah Johnson across the 25. As he's pushed out of bounds here. We're talking about Michigan State. They won 11 games in 2021. They haven't won more than 5 in a season since. And the target here, win 2 out of 3 to close the season. Clinch bowl eligibility. Why is that important? Well, you think Mark D'Antonio and that era. He started with a 7-6 record his first year, but built off of that, eventually getting a college football playoff berth and 3 Big Ten titles in a 6-year span. Got to start somewhere. They blow this play dead. Timeout taken by Illinois. Childs being tracked down, backpedaling, and it's caught by Johnson across the 35 as he spins and is brought down by Xavier Scott. Gain of 11, but a flag is thrown. Seemed to be near where he came out of his break. We'll see.
There was a holding in the secondary as well.
Pass interference. Offense number 6. Half the distance to the goal. 3rd down.
Yikes, that's a big one.
Woo, the true freshman, Nick Marsh, talked about how physical he was. Defensive coordinator Aaron Henry, and yeah, wow, that's a tough one. old, depends on if you're an offensive player, the rub play, or defensive player, you call that the pick play, but you've got to make some attempt to make it look like a route.
Well, but it almost seemed like he was funneled there by Torrey Cox. That's a big penalty, and just yardage-wise, look at where this ball is now. All the way back to the Michigan State 13.
Watch the screen, watch the draw.
Giles scanning downfield, completes underneath. Johnson tried to round the corner.
Somebody decided to accommodate the coach.
Ryan Eckley, line drive punt. Beatty from the 32 slips a tackle and is knocked out at the 36-yard line. They've strategically used red shirts for their freshmen the last couple of seasons to try to keep them. McCray in the backfield. Altmaier to pass. As he pumps and hits his running back. Check down. A flag comes in.
Personal foul, illegal hands in the face, defense number 55.
To Michigan State territory after the penalty. McCray on the sweep. And he has a blocker with him. Actually, beg your pardon, it's Valentine.
Martinez came up from that safety spot. He was a guy that made a block. One of them wasn't Ohio State, Michigan and Penn State.
Valentine close to the marker. And I believe they're going to mark him short here.
Full house backfield.
Yeah. Altmaier trying to sneak it. And it's close. Underclassmen. Altmaier under pressure throws it away. Empty backfield. Arkin makes the catch. In high school. Altmaier's handoff here. It's Lawfrey.
That's what you love about it, and as we look forward to the playoffs and what that's going to mean this year, potentially for some southern teams coming up north.
Lawfrey across the 10, getting a nice secondary effort. What a push! Lawfrey inside the 5. That's Big Ten football for you. Altmaier rolling, scanning, throwing, incomplete. Altmaier floats this ball, back shoulder, it is
Got it.
Caught! Touchdown, Illinois, Zachary Franklin. Controlling the football, and a brilliant throw and catch.
Yeah, there's no question about it. When it's physical like that, they're just pushing you around. It can certainly be demoralizing.
Nate Carter. It's a nice run on first down. And keep in mind, Michigan State does have all 3 of their timeout. 21-6 Illinois. Childs across the 35, scampers out.
Going on first down there, the legs of Childs can be a threat.
Here's Marsh.
First catch.
Yep. On second down, handoff for Carter. Actually, it's going to be kept by Childs. It's a pretty convincing fake. And Childs with a first down into Illinois territory, gain to 19.
And I like the change here because, you know, when you go to zone read, a lot of times the quarterback's going to keep it and go to the outside. That's more of that inverted veer that we used to see from Auburn.
Spartans going quickly, dangerous throw, but it's caught by Marsh across the middle.
See Marsh catch that thing away from his body.
Pass behind Marsh this time. That'll stop the clock with 1:16 to go.
Like he had his feet set perfectly there. It might have been tipped.
Go back to Marsh, it's off his hands, incomplete. Took his eye off the ball as he went to turn upfield.
I think you don't necessarily have to get the full yardage. You may still go for it on fourth down rather than kicking.
Childs to pass, incomplete.
Just not able to get an accurate throw.
Jonathan Kim from 38. And he's got it. Drilled that one. You know, to begin the season, Michigan State's lost 5 or 6. Kind of see why. Taken a yard deep by Wiltshire. Across the 20. 4 carries for Lawfrey. 3 for McCray. 5 for Valentine. Quick hitter to the outside for Franklin. McCray sent in motion. Altmaier goes this way, finds Franklin, and he's tackled shy of the first down.
Called it there.
And Illinois is going to run a play quickly here, which is also a surprise. Altmaier to pass, it's incomplete. Now to talk about poor clock management on both sides here.
You can see why they snapped it, but I don't understand why Michigan State didn't stop it.
Foster, high spinning kick, fair caught, just shy of the 30-yard line.
Continues to do a great job protecting the football. Came in to the game 16 touchdowns against only 3 interceptions. 2 more touchdowns, no interceptions added to that total.
So off we go. Carter at running back as Childs throws and hits his target across the 40-yard line.
Second half of other games and why you struggle with those numbers. Good start here.
On the ground, Lynch Adams last week. Childs now under center. And he'll hand the ball off on a little reverse here. Foster rounding the corner, tripped up. And off Lynch Adams is bottled up and brought down to the backfield.
Becoming more vocal here as his career wraps up.
Going for it on 4th. Childs backpedaling, scanning, running back screen.
Perennial powerhouse St. Edwards.
Childs to pass this way, hits Foster again. Foster a little stutter step, and he's tiptoeing the sideline inside the 20. Going to be marked out. Carter in the backfield here with Childs under center on first down. Carter gets the call, knocks down the first man, gets to the second level.
At a tackle that has those kind of feet that can get up to the second level, you can do some damage.
Childs ripped out. On third down, Childs scanning, rolling, in trouble, throws this one away.
But either way, they want to try and get him isolated, get all the other eligibles away from him to have the safeties move.
Childs on fourth down, pumps, throws, has his man. It's a touchdown for Michigan State. Nate Glover.
And I love what Aiden Childs does here. You see him looking to the left there, working his way through his progression. Looked like he was going to take a shot to Nick Marsh on the outside. He's like, oh, wait a second, got Carter underneath. Carter getting those hands away from the body. Nice clean catch from the running back.
10 plays, 75 yards for Michigan State. The better looking drives they've had this year.
Without a sack, you got to go all the way back to 2005 in the FBS since there's been that long of a streak.
It's a good start
there
defensively.
You go. There's that
and
tackle
there is
from
that
us.
first TFL. Loss of 1. Turn to the corner. Here is Franklin. Altmaier steps up in the pocket and completes underneath to Franklin for the first down.
Calmly to make that throw.
Altmaier to pass, feeling pressure, heaves it into coverage, got his man, Pat Bryant.
Takes some courage to stand up in there. You're not sure how those defenders are going to come in.
40 yards on the completion, a behind the back handoff. I don't know if that was the design on the play to Aiden Lawfrey. Loss of 1 on the play, second down. Altmaier steps up, navigating the traffic, dives ahead across the 20. Not much there though. Third down, Altmaier being chased down from behind. It's an incompletion to bring up fourth down. Nakai Martinez brought the heat.
Yeah, he brought the heat, and again though from Lutemeyer, nice job by Joe Rossi, the defensive coordinator, dialing up this pressure. But this is something that Barry Lunny said, that we got to have him ready for essentially the quickest worst thing that can happen. What's that worst case scenario? And you're not thinking about 5 different things that you're going to do. You think about the best thing to do. Best thing to do there, just escape. Try and get that throw downfield.
Just to make it an 8-point lead. David Alano from 37, line drive kick is good. Wachowski with the kickoff here. And it'll be a touchback. So Michigan State
wasn't expecting. Let's know what you're comfortable with.
And off here, spin move from Lynch Adams across the 30. Gain of 6.
You always have to remember Childs so dangerous with his legs. I love what they did in the first half, going from zone read, where he carries the ball to the outside, to more inverted veer, where he runs the ball a la Cam Newton, Gus Malzahn, the Auburn days, right up the middle.
Lynch Adams again, and he's unable to get away. Tracked down by Matthew Bailey. Set up a 3rd down and short. On paper, this Michigan State team should be better running the ball. It's got 2 2,000-yard rushers in Carter and Lynch Adams. You've got the legs of Childs, but the offensive line has been so ineffective all year. Run blocking and protecting their quarterback. And it's really created a challenge for Jonathan Smith to find any rhythm from their run game. Childs, play fake. Somehow stays alive. He won't get away here. Absolutely swarmed. Alex McCray on the pressure.
Yeah, and Aiden Childs still able to escape. Just an absolute magician, does the Houdini and gets out of there, and he's motioning to Isaiah Johnson. Scramble drill, you got to get upfield, but Alex Bray is right there to bring him down. Great job escaping, but that Illini defense just a little bit too much. And talking to defensive coordinator Aaron Henry, he said, you know, they were going to mix up, they're going to change a lot of the looks that they were going to have. Some of that compensating for Dylan Rosiak being out, but some just to give different looks.
Nice punt. And Beatty from his own 19, wheeling across the hash and brought down at the 30. Late flag though, and this is back by the kicker.
Illegal formation, 5 players in the backfield, kicking team. The 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play.
Look at his numbers for the year. One of the best touchdown interception ratios in the nation.
Let's pass off the hands of Arkin. And comes into the day, Altmaier 5th in passing touchdowns in the Big Ten, 6th in passer rating, top 10 in yards and yards per completion. And you mentioned the touchdown to interception ratio. He is actually the best in the Big Ten. Second only behind Cam Ward among power conference quarterbacks.
Well, that was coming into today, though, so it's the same now. He's tied, 18-3.
Meyer being chased down by Ed Woods. Just announcing that the pass was legal. The man in the area would have been McCray. Still, Michigan State, got to tell you, their defense looks a lot better here in the second half. Twice they've been able to get pretty good penetration. 3rd down here.
A little bit of confusion along that defensive front from Michigan State getting lined up here, but Joe Rossi, the defensive coordinator, trying to change up those looks. Maybe get that elusive sack they haven't had now. This would be the 6th game.
Oh,
there it is!
Trouble.
Oh!
And he'll get away and throw it away.
Oh, 2 opportunities right there to make it. And Altmaier decides to get a little bit slippery, make some guys miss. Bogle's going to have a chance right there. Gets away from him. Jalen Thompson. Talk about Jalen Thompson. They said he's just a perfectionist, just a sophomore out of Detroit, Michigan. And they love what they think he's got great potential. He's just got to cut it loose sometimes. Almost got that sack there.
3rd 3 and out. Michigan State has forced this afternoon. Foster a fair catch. A year-long celebration for Illinois. Michigan State, their offense back to work. Childs with some time to the near side, and Jack Velling. First touch for the tight end here today, and a gain of 4 on first down.
Yeah, but what I really liked on that play, though, was Childs had an opportunity to drive that ball downfield, but he's just seeing the field and defenders much better. And you could see as that route combination was unfolding, if he had taken one of those shots, it's a nice job, the defense, the zone that they were playing, kind of getting those, kind of catching those routes. He understands he's got the outlet underneath. Just makes it a simple pass.
Carter is stymied. James Kreutz has been rotating in and out here today. His brother on the offensive line makes the tackle.
And here's going to be an opportunity for this Illini defense. 3rd and 4 coming up.
Michigan State 1 for 8 on 3rd down this afternoon.
See Aiden Childs giving a few extra words to Montori Foster on that one and try and get him isolated. A little stack.
He goes that way into coverage, too tall. Foster unable to reel it in. Xavier Scott shadowing him step for step.
Well, Brian Lindgren, the offensive coordinator, does a nice job getting the receivers stacked on the outside. He wants to give Montori Foster, who's made some big plays today, an opportunity. And you know, the quarterbacks have a landmark on that one, and it looked like Foster might have been just a little bit too far to the inside on that one. I'm not saying that it's Foster's fault necessarily, but I think Childs was expecting him to be a little wider.
Good punt from Eckley. Driving Beatty, good 10 yards back. Beatty across the 35, rounding the corner, ran into his own man to stop the return. And he'll land at the 45-yard line. 55-yard punt. But Beatty did a nice job on the return.
He's going to run into C.J. Buffkin. He's blocking for him right there. He got the worst of it. Call him Buffkin for nothing.
It's Illinois ball, a bit of ping pong back and forth here. Both 3 and outs. Valentine lines up in the backfield to Altmaier's right. A short field here for Illinois to reestablish a 2-possession lead. Valentine looking to bounce to the outside, nowhere to go. He'll pick up 2. Better in the second half for sure. Pitch play. Lawfrey unable to get free. To the edge, no further. Thompson is there again. And it's 3rd down. Michigan State, this defense has certainly bowed up here in the second half.
Well, we know what kind of defensive coordinator Joe Rossi is. 6 years with the Gophers. For Jonathan Smith's staff here, defensive coordinator, and he just gets guys in the right place. Ed Woods, the cornerback, did a nice job turning that thing back to the inside. Defense just really well coordinated today.
Altmaier can't get away. Brought down at midfield. Quindarius Dunnigan. Whether Luke Altmaier and the offense will stay out there, but at midfield, they want to see if they can pin Michigan State here. This punt will not do enough.
I think that they would have better results trying to run the ball.
Childs under pressure right away, and he is ripped down. Seth Coleman got to him in the end.
Yeah, that initial pressure, James Kreutz. Childs does a nice job evading him. See Kreutz break free there, but Childs does his Houdini once again. Not quite enough to get away from everybody. Kreutz fights back along with Seth Coleman.
That's the chronic issue. I mean, the amount of sacks and tackles for loss that Michigan State has allowed this year. Some of the worst marks in FBS football. Childs hits his tight end, and that doesn't amount to much. Ryan Mead on the tackle. As Brendan Parashek is wrestled down, and it's third down after no gain.
And a third down and a bunch, right? This is what you want. You didn't quite pin him with the punt. But you got to be careful here if you're Michigan State. How risky do you want to get on a 3rd and 14? Not a lot of great calls in this situation. You have to think they'd want to go back to Montori Foster, who's lined up in the slot on the right.
And the Spartans just 1 for 9 this afternoon. Childs rolls to his right, throws that way. It's caught underneath. Foster makes the grab, but it's going to be short of the first down. And again, Michigan State likely have to punt here.
Get that same kind of action. Actually, Foster. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Foster was on the inside there. Comes back, and looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th, or at least line up. You just try and draw them off sides, maybe.
Timeout called by Michigan State. That's their second. So Ryan Eckley get this one away. Line drive punt fielded at the 35 by Beatty, and he turns upfield. Flag comes in as Beatty is knocked out of bounds, crossing the 40 into Michigan State territory, and a big scrum develops along the Michigan State sideline. Everybody's going to be separated as Illinois pulls their players out of there.
Holding receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
We're going to see the hit here at the end. Actually, the punter comes up. Woo!
Wow, okay. They put the finishing touches on their 7th win of the season. Altmaier drifting back, hits his target underneath, but an ankle tackle, a brilliant one at that.
It wasn't worse.
Drop the snap, and Altmaier will just try to dive ahead. And he eats it, but it's been a bit of a tough second half for this Illinois offense.
Yeah, watch Altmaier turn his head just as the ball's getting there. Got to look that thing in. You know, you do that so many times and you take it for granted, but you have just got to watch that ball go all the way in the hands. I mean, we see receivers do it all the time, right? And quarterbacks certainly with those snaps, especially those snaps where a little bit closer to the center. Make sure you look that thing in.
Trips to the wide side. Michigan State bringing a blitz. Altmaier throws, caught! Bryant deep into Michigan State territory across the 20-yard line. Pat Bryant has been there for every big catch for Illinois today.
Boy, poise in the pocket once again from Luke Altmaier, but Pat Bryant, full extension on the catch. He's so dangerous. I loved Altmaier's poise in the pocket, working through his progressions, and his man, Pat Bryant, shows up right where he needs to be.
32 yards for Bryant. Third catch of 30-plus this afternoon. First down for Illinois. Lawfery getting the call, bouncing off a tackle, nearly shedding another. He's inside the 10.
We've seen Lawfery with some really tough runs today. That's what happens when you have a crowded backfield too, man. Talk about hot hand. You're a running back sitting in that room. You're like, you got to go make something happen. You're cheering for the other guys, but when you go out, you got to bust a couple of those tackles, do something.
Right on cue, they sub McCray in for this second down.
Pat Franklin isolated a couple times here on the outside. See if they take a shot to him.
It's McCray. He'll get close to, and indeed will get them a first down. It'll be first and goal for the Fighting Illini.
Well, Lawfery goes back in. They might have both of them in. Oh no, tapping out.
9.5 to go. And Illinois knocking on the door yet again.
Franklin moves back to the right side of the formation. He looks a little slow, a little gimpy possibly. Ankle issue.
And off. Lawfrey. Stopped at the 5. Quan Buckley, the Nebraska transfer, limits the gain to 1. Now Michigan State will substitute. Illinois, they've been able to control clock pretty effectively here this afternoon, owning the time of possession by 4 minutes over Michigan State. Continues to tick in their favor here with 8.5 to go. 2nd down and goal. Lawfrey got a nice block along the edge, diving just shy of the goal line, marked down inside the 1. Aiden Lawfrey looking for his first career collegiate touchdown.
A little counter here, get a tackle and a tight end pulling around. Just shy of the goal line there is Lawfrey. We've seen some tough running from him today. Oh, just a nose short crossing the plane.
Third down and goal. Illini looking to punch this in.
Got Arkin as the up man. See if they get the big man some love.
Timeout called by Illinois.
2-score lead no matter what kind of points you get on the board, but you'd certainly rather have 6.
Extra lineman in on a heavy package. McCray leaps over the pile. Touchdown, Illinois. On their heavy package, TJ McMillan, redshirt freshman. And the extra point is good. Number 14 ranked Illinois 2 years ago. Do the Spartans have a 2-score comeback in them?
One, scholarship players. You learn a lot about guys, how they fight in situations like this.
Childs with time, hits his target across the middle. It's Marsh. And that long reach from Nick Marsh.
But you could see the development from the young wide receiver. Certainly doesn't play like a true freshman.
Since the touchdown to begin the half, Michigan State has yet to have the first down. Little trick play. Childs down the sideline, incomplete. And Carter most of the second half. Childs will throw to him. And Carter makes the reception across the 45-yard line, dives ahead. On third down, it's Carter to move the sticks. A lot of time coming off the clock here. Childs to pass. It's caught by Marsh, or maybe not.
And drops his hips quickly to move back and make a catch.
Childs in trouble, throws it away.
Maybe a defensive hold here.
Carter in the backfield with Childs on first down. On the 28. Childs to pass, batted down. Otherwise, it could have been picked. And he's in trouble. Flushed out to his left. Tries to stop cut. Keep the play going. Throwing downfield, dangerous ball, incomplete.
But you're not allowed to push a play.
I know that. I know that. But I'm sorry.
No
the embellishment is another level.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Yeah, to us. Not if you're a Michigan State fan, and neither is this.
Run it. Try and get it downfield, get an interference, or get lucky. Can't take a sack, though. In a psychological sense, from his wife, who's a clinical psychologist, he's tried all kinds of things, teaching techniques because of her.
Josh McCray breaks free, and he's tackled inside the 10.
That was Bogle.
McCray up the middle again. And he's just shy of the goal line.
Get those backs. They can be bruisers. Oh, not there.
McCray stood up and pushed back. Altmaier under center, handoff. Josh McCray to take it in. And an overwhelming performance by Illinois. Extra point is good.
He needs to be successful, but he also talked about some other interesting things. Here with the fair catch, get an opportunity real quick to talk about,
Get to is some sort of structure as Childs throws this one incomplete.
Yeah, right now it's base toothless.
Especially in the courtroom. The catch for Foster here, and he'll scamper. Childs again. This is incomplete off the fingertips of Marsh, who was well covered across the middle. Childs pass was caught in the flat by Carter. Turn the corner and get a first down.
And he's absolutely right about this. More connected players are simply more committed to each other and to the cause.
Isn't that what college football should be in the day?
It certainly is different in this era today.
Childs looking and throwing it. Where's that soapbox that I can pick over there?
This pro, it's yours.
Get this Michigan State team back in a bowl game. And again, that would be a building block. Childs flushed out. And he'll try to run for it.
Got it.
And he'll get close. I think he got it.
And understand that there are going to be ups and downs along the way.
Childs backpedaling and throwing, and it's incomplete, tight cover. Childs is hit after he throws. They are on the cusp of opportunity to play for their youth. Childs, and this will be incomplete. 27.
But they also know, as we talked before, he can also turn guys into pro players. So both of these coaches, I think, are tremendous picks for the universities.
Play clock wound down. There's going to be a delay of game here.
Delay of game. Offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
More like a delay of exiting the stadium. If I had worked with you the whole season through, then I would have been really effective. Childs completes to Lynch Adams. He sheds a tackle. Lowers the shoulder. Illinois clinches a winning campaign as they bounce back from back-to-back losses. Pick up their 6th home victory of the season. They will finish their home campaign 6-1 as they defeat Michigan State 38-16.